I'm Rod Willis, Manager of Parks and Facilities for the Municipality of Meaford. We are looking to develop a plan to invest in McCarroll Park. This area has been identified as one of Meaford's most favorite parks with a long history in our community. As we plan to support this park for future generations, we want to hear from you. Thank you for taking the time to learn about this treasured property, and I hope you will share your feedback with us on what you would like to see in the park's future development. McCarroll Park is situated directly on the shores of Georgian Bay and is a popular destination for residents and visitors to Meaford. This park provides numerous services including children's playground equipment, picnic areas, a covered shelter, open green space, and a fully accessible public washroom. This park also provides the one and only splash pad in the municipality of Meaford. The splash pad is a popular spot for families looking to cool off on those hot summer days. The natural beauty of the park, the children's playground, and stunning views of Georgian Bay make McCarroll Park truly like no other. With the proximity of the park next to the water's edge and close to the downtown core, it also provides economic benefit for many businesses in and around the municipality. McCarroll Park was formerly known as Willow Park due to the abundance of willow trees on the property. In the early 1900s, the property was home to the Georgian Inn Hotel and Bakery. After the closure of this hotel, the property became home to a large ice harvesting facility, as ice was the primary means of refrigeration for people in this era. Ice was cut and harvested from the shores of Georgian Bay in the wintertime and stored in the former hotel building on the property for people to buy. In the early 1950s, the property was then purchased by the McCarroll family when the name was officially changed to McCarroll Park. Tom McCarroll was the owner of a family pharmacy business in the Barrie area. He enjoyed spending his weekends maintaining the property and also volunteering as a member on the Meaford Parks Board Commission. His passion was horticulture, as you can tell by the many mature trees that dot McCarroll Park today. The former town of Meaford had taken ownership of McCarroll Park in the 1960s. Over the years, the town of Meaford continually added new playground equipment into the park for people to enjoy. During the 1960s, a large wading pool was installed. This wading pool was a favorite spot for children to cool down on those hot summer days, as well as learn water safety under the watchful eyes of their parents, right on site. In 1998, the Recreation Committee approved the transformation of the wading pool into a splash pad. With the financial assistance of the Apple Harvest Craft Show and the labor provided by municipal staff, the first splash pad was developed and opened in Meaford. The washroom facility was constructed in 1980 with the assistance of the East Cray Hunters and Anglers. These washrooms are used by park visitors, people walking along Bayfield Street, and that local fisherman looking to catch that trophy fish. These washrooms were reconditioned in 2018 to modernize them to accessibility standards. Over the years, many different service clubs and local businesses contributed to the upgrades of the playground equipment. The Meaford Kiwanis Club made a $15,000 donation to purchase and install the large blue climbing unit located behind the splash pad today. Local businesses such as the former Muxlow's Pharmacy donated money to provide new swings, slides, and even the McCarroll family had set up a trust fund with the municipality to assist the purchase of new picnic tables and receptacles. Today, with its prime location, playgrounds, mature trees, and splash pad, McCarroll Park is one of the most popular parks in Meaford. Meaford Council has directed staff to prepare a new overall master plan for McCarroll Park to ensure it continues to be maintained and improved for future generations to enjoy. As the current equipment and infrastructure reaches the end of its useful life cycle, these types of plans are necessary to ensure that staff have clear direction for future planning and development. This master plan will provide a preliminary layout based on your feedback, legislative requirements, and best practices for park development. These plans normally take several months to develop and several years to implement before construction begins. The plan will also include a high-level costing estimate of the new proposed layout. With a complete plan in place, the municipality can begin to prepare for future budgets, apply for grant opportunities, and prepare fundraising efforts in order to turn this plan into reality. We're going to rely on your feedback to make sure for those of us who love McCarroll Park have a say in its future. We are going to provide you with some design options that have been developed for McCarroll Park that you can use as a starting point for your comments. If there are additional services you would like to see in the park, please add it into any one of the comment sections of the plans. One of the legislative requirements for us to meet is accessibility standards, which is why you will see all the walkways, accessible parking spots, and new crosswalks in all of the designs. This will improve access for those utilizing strollers and using assistive mobility devices to maneuver around the park for people to enjoy all of the amenities. This design should look pretty familiar as it is the current layout of the park you know. As you can see, the washroom structure, splash pad, and playground area in the lower right corner with all of the mature trees towards the left of the park. In Design A, you can see the splash pad has been expanded into the lower right corner with the playground equipment moving into the treed area to the left. Walking paths have been added into the design connecting the splash pad, washroom, and playground area. Accessible parking spaces have been created and identified along Parker Street. There is also a new crosswalk at the intersection of Bayfield Street and Parker Street to improve access and safety for pedestrians. In Design B, you can see the splash pad is larger, walkways have been added connecting the splash pad, washrooms, and green spaces, along with the same accessible parking spaces and crosswalk additions as Design A. In this design, you'll notice a series of public art illustrations dotted throughout the park property. This design does not include playground equipment, but instead focuses on the splash pad and creates a beautiful open space, treed, and landscaped area. In Design C, this layout includes a larger splash pad located behind the washroom facility and a series of public art illustrations throughout the park. In this version, there is an added playground area along Parker Street and a small pavilion in the lower right corner for people to enjoy the views of Georgian Bay. As you review the designs, please keep in mind that you don't need to choose one over another. There may be elements from each of the designs that you like or dislike, but we need your input. We want to hear what's important to you and your family about McCarroll Park, and we need your comments to provide guidance to any future development of this park. Thank you for taking the time to review this and help create the new McCarroll Park.